Hey, all right, all right. Here we go. Brother D is here. I know you guys probably don't even know this about me, but I talk sports. I talk a lot of sports. A lot of guys, you know me as a minister, you know me as a pastor, you know me as a radio host, talking about many different America things. But one thing I don't talk about too much is sports, and a lot of people don't understand what's going on in the NBA right now, but I'm gonna let you know. I've been watching sports for over. I played basketball coming up. Young guy played basketball coming up. I'm 6'4". Always played, center, small forward, power forward, but nevertheless, more center than power forward. Coming up, uh, never played collegiately or anything like that. But I just did like some league playing. Like major, like neighborhood community leagues and stuff like that. I didn't play no major balling, but I'm here today to talk about a little bit about what's going on in the NBA right now. And a lot of people are thoroughly confused why the Denver Nuggets are failing. They are thoroughly confused. Why are the Denver Nuggets failing? And they're saying, well, what are the Minnesota Timberwolves doing to them? How can this thing be? They got my main man Joker right there. That go Okay, Nas Reed, there go Anthony Edwards, there go my Carl Anthony Towns. And I'm so sorry, I did not put Mike Conley Jr. up here, but people have to understand like what's going on. And if you don't pay close attention to the NBA, you will miss it. You will miss it. I'm gonna get right into it. I don't cut corners. I'm like, even with people I love a lot of players, but I always tell the truth. You know what I mean? We know that I love LeBron, but we all know that that LeBron, that he whines. We know that we know that he suffers from anxiety, and that how he collapsed in Dallas, but he came back, redeemed himself. So the big thing is that I just want you to let you know that whatever take that I'm going to give is going to be a buck. All right, once again, it's going to be a buck. What is a buck? I'm a Philly dude. All right, I'm a Philly bull. So everybody know what a buck is. I'm gonna keep it 100 all the time. So let's go in. And I'm gonna talk about why Denver is failing, why you're seeing Joker going through so many things, and why he's collapsing, why is he having such a tough time scoring. About 5 years ago, the NBA turned into a Eurocentric league. Once again, the NBA turned into a Eurocentric league. What does that mean? That means they said, look, we're going to rely on finesse. We're going to rely on guys being able to pass, to shoot. Remember back in the day, Jack Sigma, a lot of guys would shoot from the outside. They would play ball from the outside in, opposed to the inside out, how it used to be played back in the day. The reason why we're seeing Joker is failing because Joker's over in the West Coast. Him and Luca, they was having a field day for a while, but the NBA has suddenly gotten back to basketball. And what is basketball? Playing defense. And people say, well, people play Joker defense on Joker. Well, not necessarily, not necessarily. And keep in mind, at the same time this is going on, the Timberwolves are going through their maturation process. You know what I mean? They bring Rudy Gobert in. A lot of guys starting to say that he's soft, and they saying, well, we don't know what he really is. This guy, he acts like he don't want to dunk. He shoots real feathery, and he has awkward how he holds the ball. Karl Anthony Towns, he's like a tall Jimmy Butler. Sometimes he's mad, sometimes he's not. And so they was going through their whole maturation period. Well, what ended up happening is that, you know, um, we see Joker and he does a lot of things. He don't even have to jump that high. And a lot of times, a lot of that comes when, don't get me wrong, Joker is bad. He's a bad boy. But no one was really playing defense for real on Joker. That wasn't real defense played. That was always this feathery, don't touch him. As soon as you get too, a little bit close to him, they blow the whistle. And when that happens, it strips basketball of what it is. It strips basketball of what it is. When they start to play from the outside in, and then you drive in and you do a little hand check on the waist, it's like they blow the whistle. And it's like the most thing that replicates old school basketball was the fact that when you jump up under the court on defense, you can go straight up and not touch anyone. As long as you got to keep your hands straight up and go and jump straight up and come back down, it's not a foul. Well, the thing is that as long as they gave Joker and guys like Luka and who else, LeBron, those ticky-tack fouls, it's easy for them to play. It's easy, but this is what happened. Once basketball start to evolve a little bit more and people start to find their place, and Joker was down and Joker started to take his game down low because he has so many perimeter players. He started to take his game down low a little bit more. Joker got slow feet, so he's like the last one coming up the court unless he's like on the break and they give him the ball on the wing. But a lot of times he just, he hangs around down low and he just put the ball right back in the basket. Looks sort of like Kevin McHale used to do back in the day. But now we're seeing the like a changing of the guards instantly. Why does it happen instantly? Because these guys are now allowed to play. Remember, in the playoff, everything shrinks down. The roster shrinks, everything. They're playing like 6, 7 guys, and it's like, hey, look. So they have to now. They playing where Joker is. All right. So the rest are like, well, if I'm not gonna call it on Joker, I'm not gonna call it on these guys either. So I'm gonna let these cats play. So they letting these boys play. You see it on the East Coast and on the West Coast. You're seeing a lot of rough and tough ball. And a lot of these Euro guys are not used to it. They're not used to defense in their face. Caitlin Clark, another one, playing even though she's not Euro, but she's not used to defense in her face. That's why she collapsed in the championship game. Nothing against her, but when you have people up in your face, always putting their hands up, always, going around. If you're not used to that, if you're just getting foul calls all the time, then you go right back to the line again. That's why, if you ever notice why Joker always fails against Embiid, you know why? Because Embiid was always too big and too strong for him. Joker can't take that. Once again, Joker can't take that. Even his boy Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray, he's like a tough guy, but Jamal Murray is like he has feathery bones. That's why he always getting hurt. If you look, his pattern of getting hurt. So now that they're allowed to play defense, and you're seeing these guys go back and forth, and they hacking each other, and they putting an arm on each other. Now, because remember, wasn't allowed, but now that it's allowed, it's a different game. It's a different game. They playing that one-on-one defense. They're playing some of that. I used to call it the killer bee defense back in the day when Mike and them used to play. When the ball, whoever had the ball, they swarm you. They just swarm you. It's like, yo, I'm gonna come up on the weak side. I'm gonna strip you. You see people reaching around, poking the ball out from him, and he's not used to that. And not until he gets used to it. And this series, I think, is going to be too late by the time he because it takes a good 60 to 90 days for you to get used to stuff like that. The rough and tough, you being chippy. You seen Joker throw an elbow to somebody's face the other night, to Naz Reid's face. Why did he do that? Frustration. See, when people put the clamps on you, I call them the clamps. When people put those clamps on you, you don't know how to take it. You don't know how to take it. You become, you frustrated. You seen it last night. With Pope, he getting mad. He's cursing out the ref. This is why you know that Denver is heavily favored. I'm talking about amongst the NBA. The coach storms out on the court. He gets in the face of the ref. He's barking at the ref face to face, nose to nose. They could have kissed if he put his lips out. And nothing happened. Nothing happened. That's crazy. That's crazy. And see, because they tried to turn the league European a little bit more, so they can keep more European players in there. And I'm not just talking about Caucasian people. I'm talking about people who play over in Europe. Remember when Giannis first came over? He was real fragile, but he bulked his body up because why? Because the people the forwards that he was playing against, they didn't give him the calls like they gave other cats. They let people with slower feet, aka Luka, and them get away with more because they want to keep it balanced. They say, well, look, we can't let these some people with these slow feet be kicked out the league because they can't keep up. So they make rules up like they did for Jordan, like the Jordan rule. They make the Jordan rule up because Jordan was high flying. And they said, look, we got to keep this thing moving. So they made up new rules. So they did the same thing for Luka. and guys like him who got slow feet. They got very slow feet. And then as soon as you see good defense played on Luka, it's like he's a different person. Don't tell me he gonna light you up. The ball can shoot, but it's different when defense is being played. And now you're seeing these boys putting the clamps on big cats. They're putting the clamps on these guys. It's like a house with no windows, baby. They just coming around them, and there's nothing they can do about it. It's like, yo, where do I go with the ball? How do I shoot? And you see Luka trying to look over at the refs and trying to get bailed out. No, you ain't getting bailed out. Play ball. Play ball. Play ball. See, it was all good and fun, and everybody liked it when they were slamming. I remember back in the day when they used to slam Jordan to the ground. Who was it? Bill Laimbeer and them. They would rough him up. I remember New York, Big Anthony Mason. You had Charles Oakley, Patrick Ewing. Man, talk about a kangaroo line. Those cats would rough you up. Hard fouls, not hard fouls. And sometimes when somebody, and this is another thing, when somebody's putting their body up on you, that wears you down. Joking, them cats ain't used to stuff like that. Once again, and people say, well, Embiid's not better than Joker, but he wears them out every time. He can't take stuff like that. Remember, Joker really just lost weight. Remember, Joker was kind of big, he was stout, but then he lost that weight, and Joker got he got thin and everything. Joker has like this innate strength. In other words, he's born with this strength. He's really strong, but he's like anything else. He wears down. So when you see then you see Mike Conley, I'm sorry, Michael Porter Jr. You see this cat on the outside. He's doing his thing, but what these guys do? These guys got fast feet. These guys got real fast feet. They don't have sticky feet. Some folks got sticky feet and they can't move laterally, and it's like they were walking like Joker walk. You know what I mean? It's like a Big Ten man. And it's like when you got them fast feet, man, if you can play defense with your feet, you will light somebody up. And that's what's happened to Joker. So they putting the clamps on this ball, and it's like once again, it's like a house with no windows. The European theme that they tried to push into the NBA is now going to come to a halt, because you're going to see more people posting up and coming down in the post. You got these big 7-footers facing him up. Look how Nas play him. Nas, look, Cat Williams play you chest to chest when he plays defense. Nas come in with his hands all over the place. Rudy Gobert is like a big lighthouse that just turns whatever you are. He's pretty much like a big zone. And so by the time they threw off all three of those cats at him, he's worn out. And Denver's general manager was silly enough to leave the team like it was. I remember when the year that Golden State first got Kevin Durant. When Golden State first got Kevin Durant, remember, Brian and them had beat them the year before. Remember, they came back from 3-1 and Brian beat them. The next year, they was like, we're going to get you, boy. And they got Kevin Durant. Who did Cleveland get? No one. Because why? The owner did not want to pay the luxury tax. I don't want to get nobody else over here. And partly also, a lot of people don't want to play with Brian because Brian like to blame people for stuff. And sometimes people games that sacrifice too much. It's not so much that reputation is sacrificed when you play with LeBron James. It's like you have to give up so much of yourself. I've seen LeBron James curse people out for things they didn't do, which is ridiculous. And I like Brian. I actually like Brian. I cheer for Brian. I wanted Brian to beat Golden State. But I was like, yo, dude, too much. Just like Kyrie Irving, he should have really been the co-MVP. And I didn't get that from Skip Bayless. I said that way before Skip Bayless said it. And he really should have. Why? Kyrie was balling. Remember him and James both had 39 one night versus them when they won that chip. So it was a lot being done. LeBron suffers from anxiety going down the stretch, and that's why you always see him the ball falling out of his hand, or he turn the ball over, or he'll fall and trip. And I was like, how is he tripping in the fourth quarter like that? He was doing this when he was young, so don't blame it on physical, exertion. It's nerves. It's nerves. He's tripping over his own feet. So a lot of that happens. Some guys, they just have anxiety problems. I pegged LeBron's anxiety years ago when he was playing against when he was playing against Dallas. I seen it then. But nevertheless, it is what it is. So going back to Joker and them, they're not I don't think they're going to beat um because there's too many variables going on. You're seeing too many positions being dominated. You seen Reggie Jackson last night. He come down, he's trying to like take over the game, even though he got hurt. But you know how Reg is. Reg is like, yo, get out the way. I'll take over. Because remember, Reg used to be like a fierce 101 player. But the thing is that these guys are new, man. And I haven't even touched Anthony Edwards yet. I haven't even touched this cat yet. And people want to, oh, I can't believe, these guys. And people think they people are getting over. You know what? Let me rewind. Remember when I'm just trying to show you when physicality comes in, how things change. Remember when, and I'm not talking about fouling. I'm just talking about physical. I'm not talking about fouling people. I'm talking about just being physical with them. When Kevin Durant played for what did he play for? He played for New Jersey. I'm not who was it? No, I'm sorry, Brooklyn. I'm so sorry. They played for the Brooklyn Nets. His second year, they went up against Boston, and they let Boston manhandle Kevin Durant. And it was unfair, a lot of the commentators, because you know how it is on ESPN and on FS1. Everybody's pretty much said the same thing. Those guys are like puppets, man. That's why I kind of like TNT more. Well, I do like TNT more because everybody's independent thinkers. You have to have people who are critical thinkers because a lot of folks say this. If you ever notice, how is it at each show on different networks all getting the same line? Because they all get the same storyline and they run with it. Remember the word outlier was the word maybe 2 months ago, everybody was saying, what is the outlier? What is the outlier? Everyone's using the same terminology, same verbiage. It's so sickening that they have to do that. But sometimes when you get in that check, baby, it is what it is. But so let's go back to the Kevin Durant when he played for New Jersey. When he played for for Brooklyn. I'm so sorry. When he played for Brooklyn, the Celtics lit that boy up. They was chopping him, doing that, but he was the only cat that they had. Brooklyn only had one cat. Remember Kyrie? They didn't want Kyrie to play, and then they wanted him to play, and it was harassing Kyrie because he thinks the world's flat. Who cares? The world's flat, round, whatever. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But that's how they do. That's how they do a lot of my people in the NBA. They ostracize you about nothing. But so they ran mad about Kyrie. He don't want to take the shot. It was about 40 people in the NBA who didn't take that shot. So that's why it's all garbage. And that's what I'm saying. I'll always keep it a buck with you. I never, I can't say never, I would be a liar, but I try not to. I try never to sugarcoat things for people who I like. And I do like Kyrie. I think Kyrie's the man. Everybody talking about now, everybody got to preface it. Oh, now Kyrie is really playing well. He's been playing well. You guys didn't let him play. Remember, they pulled him off of the court and say, because you didn't have a shot. But yet other guys who didn't take the vaccination shot, they was playing. They were playing. But they didn't want Kyrie to play. Because, Kyrie was a Muslim and they don't subscribe to that. I'm not a Muslim either, but I'm not going to shoot him down for what he believes. He is his own man. He can believe what he want to believe. I like independent thinkers, even though I don't agree with all of them, but they are what they are. So, but getting back to Cat and them, now you see Cat and them, everybody just running down the lane, putting up shots, and you see, and you know who's really being exposed to, unfortunately, it's that not Michael Porter. What's the not Bush. Oh man. Oh man, his name is evading me right there. I'm sorry, because I just jumped on, man. I was in the middle of my Bible study, and I jumped on. I jumped on here. Oh man, but a lot of their a lot of Denver's players are really being exposed, man. And it's like they're taking them apart one by one. They're spreading the floor with them, and they're getting up in their chest. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people can't take that. Going back to Caitlin Clark again, she can't take that defense. And that's why people saying, well, she's a winner. She's a winner. She's not a winner because she hasn't won a chip yet. She can win. Like people don't look at Barkley and go winner, right? We don't look at Karl Malone and go, he's a winner, right? But we want to do that for Caitlin because her game is electric, because she'll pull up, pop, hit them J's, and that's sweet. But when folks start playing that defense on you, putting them clamps on you, man, please. That's why I can't call you a superstar. And then when they put the clamps on you and you can't score, then if you're a great passer, she should have been able to transition and pass and make her team better. But she wasn't able to do that because she was so frustrated because she couldn't get her own shot. And that's a sign, one, of immaturity, and two, that you're not a great passer, but you're a good passer. Because a good passer can take what the defense give them. A great passer can create. She cannot create. Everybody got this new especially Colin Cowherd today was like, oh yeah, well, she can create shots. She cannot create shots. If she can create shots, you would have highlights of it. You don't see no highlights of her creating shots. And driving down the lane and somebody's trailing and you dump it back to them is not creating a shot. That's not creating a shot. That's taking what the defense gives you. Because if they man collapse, you just dump it to your man. Back, to the side. That's all that. People say they're such great passers. That's not a great pass. That's just passing to the open man. That's back in the day. Remember they say pass to the open man. If somebody's double team you, somebody's open. That's not rocket science, That's not rocket science. That's just passing to the open man. And LeBron always made the smart play. They would call it the smart play. But pretty much Brown was just passing to the open man. He was smart enough to know that people were going to double team me. So I need people from the outside who can cherry pick. But the problem with Brown was always what? People didn't want to play with him. He whines too much. He cry. Talk about people. Remember, he put Kevin Love. He put Kevin Love into. It's a shame what he did to Kevin Love. How Kevin Love almost had a breakdown messing with LeBron James because LeBron James tweeted something about him. That was horrible for him to do that. That was crazy. But then LeBron, he wants to whine though. I always felt bad for Kevin Love because Kevin Love left, he left Minnesota to come there with Bron. He signed up. And that's why Melo didn't want to come. Melo was like, man, I ain't trying to hear that. Because see, Melo would have gotten Bron's chest. Just like Wade did. They got in Bron's chest. Because we all know that LeBron likes to whine. Remember, Mario Chalmers wanted to fight Bron. Who else wanted to fight Bron? Oh, man. Bosh didn't care for Bron like that. And I'm not talking about him being a hard leader. I'm talking about him saying things to people that wasn't merited. Getting on folks when he may blow coverage. He may go out too far, and then it opens up the middle, and somebody dumps the ball down. And he turn around, he barking at people, and all the commentators, hey, yeah, Bron. I was like, come on, man, come on. It don't take all that. Just call the game the way it's supposed to be called. We know that Bron likes to cast blame. Stop. Look, if I tell the truth about my own kids, I've been married 30 years. I got 3 kids. If I tell the truth about my own kids, I'm going to definitely tell the truth about sports folks who I don't know. And now that, Carl Anthony Towns has gotten his game together, we got Ant-Man, he got his game together. We got Nas Reed. He just raining J's all over Joker, man. And Joker, this is the thing about Joker. You notice, remember, he used to play from the outside. You know why he won't play from the outside now and try to pop those J's from all the way out there on the 3-point line? One, they're not gonna get no rebounds. 2, he's frustrated because these guys keep stripping him. So everybody talking about, oh, Joker has a handle. He don't have a handle. He's just a big guy who can bring the ball up court. Just tell the truth. He don't have no handle. Shaq used to do the same thing. Jack Sigma used to do that. Jeff Rulin used to do that. And don't talk about Akeem Olajuwon. That man's feet was like butter. He take you down and just use you like an old rag in a dusty house. Just have you down there, just shake you, bop, hitting J's, and everybody act like they forget all this. Like Joker and them are doing something that's so great. And now that he's getting shut down, you notice everybody's talking about Jamal Murray now. Everybody's talking about Jamal Murray. Especially Shannon Sharp. Shannon's out there running his mouth. I don't care if he messed up or not. He better do what he's supposed to do. You know how Shannon, and I love Shannon. Don't get me wrong. That's my man. You know what I mean? He was, he's a strong advocate in the Black community. I love that about him. He's been selling out lately, though. But, it is what it is. But I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? We are, we all get some sellout in this, but nevertheless, but that's why they're failing. They're taking them apart one by one. They're spreading them out. They're playing tight defense up in their chest. They're playing that chest defense. They can't get it. Last night we seen that Jamal Murray was Jamal Murray was caught. They had surrounded him, and he got the ball, and he's throwing his elbows, and the defenders are just like this. All they doing is standing still, moving their arms, and he's in the middle of them, and he's swinging his elbows, and he's looking at the ref. I'm like, dude, the refs can't bail you out for that, man. Play ball, Negro. Play ball. Just play ball. It's like you scared to put the ball on the floor because they're stripping you. That's what I was talking about. Aaron Gordon. I got his name right here. I got it. My scribble. I'm left-handed, so I'll scribble out. Aaron Gordon, Mr. Dunk Machine. We starting to see that his game is being exposed too. Why? Because he can't. He got one-dimensional dribbling. You know what I mean? He has one-dimensional dribbling, and if you're not throwing him a oop, it's pretty much messed up. And see, what made him look great before, because the offense was spread it out, and he would go to his favorite side and just go in and do what he had to do, or he just catching that oop. You know what I mean? But that's being shut down now. So Aaron Gordon is being shut down too. So Joker's being shut down. Jamal Murray is being shut down. Reggie Bush is being shut down. He got a bad foot now again. So I really think they're going to lose. I never count out a champion, though. I never count out a champion. But if I wouldn't bet against it, but I'll say that I'm not a betting man, but I still wouldn't bet against it that they were going to lose. But I think they're going to lose. They're going to lose. The only way that the Timberwolves would mess up, if it would be on their own volition. They'll break down, get lax, but the way they talking, man, the way they playing, I don't know. It looks bad. So I hope it gets better. And if they win, I think they're gonna win it all. I mean, leave it in the comments. I mean, what you think? Please leave it in the comments. But sorry, I took 26 minutes to just explain that. But once again, the reason why it's failing is because it turned into a Eurocentric league. But now they're playing old school basketball, and these guys can't survive. Luka can't survive. Who else? Oh man, it's a lot of them. They can't survive. They can't take that physicality, man. Up in your face playing defense like that. A house with no windows. That's what we call it. A house with no windows, baby. There's nowhere to go. It's nowhere to go. And you got slow feet? Whew. Come on, man. And oh yeah, and then all their guards have long arms. They're putting them hands in the face, man. It's just like, yo, what am I going to do? And that's why you see Joker so frustrated. It's not the refs. It's not the refs. It's because they changed the league. They changed the rules. When you change the rules, things get better for people with slow feet. They can do what they want, but they can't do what they want no more. That day is gone. They throwing heating pads on the floor. No one's getting technicals. I mean, this is insane. This is the stuff when we look at it sometime, and I'm talking about us, we look at it, we go, why they didn't call that? And other people be like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I'll be like, that's what we mean. This is garbage. They throwing stuff on the floor because they want Denver to beat, but Denver ain't I don't think Denver's going to beat. They can't take that physicality, man. They raining them jumpers all in their behind, man, and it's nothing they can do. And once they wear you out by playing defense, you don't want to come back and play D. You're gonna be mad, so you're gonna hack them. You're gonna hack them, and when you hack them, that's a foul. Unfortunately, So I want to say this before I go. I love Jalen Brunson, but I cannot stand all this bouncing around, Trae Young stuff, falling, and I'm like, dude, play ball, man. Play ball. I wish they don't call that mess. It's like, and why don't the one thing they get me with the defenders when they play him, it's like, yo, play his shooting hand. Stay in front of him. Why are you behind him? I mean, Kelly Oubre. I'm a Philly boy. Kelly Oubre was playing him. He had him on his hip, riding him to to the basket. You know, Brunson had Oubre on his hip, just riding him to the back. I'm like, why are you on his hip? Get in front of him. Back up from him. Just back up from him. Look, it's going to be one or the other. He going to either kill you from a jump or he going to kill you in the lane. Which one you want? So it got to be one. But if you play too close to him, you know the ref won't call it. Because he's going to make you hit him because he's going to do all this flopping stuff. I hate that stuff. Oh, God, I hate that stuff. I wish somebody would just give him a bow right to the chest sometime. Give him a hard bow. Bam! Shake him up. Don't let them know, like, don't come down here doing that no more. You know, but I know they get fined, and you don't want to get fined 25 stacks for that. But anyway, look, I'm Brother D. Brother D talking about, I know y'all used to me doing my gospel stuff, talking to all the gospel artists, but I love sports too much, man. But watch it, man. It's going to be what it is. Much love, guys. Thank you guys for writing. Please leave comments. Let me know what you think. Please let me know what you think. God bless you guys. All right. Peace, guys.